Hear that.
Caitlin Clark's career in life is being called out. It's trying to be taken. It's trying to be destroyed. We got a video clip that's showing what's going on, and we're going to break down this huge WNBA drama.
I have prepared a statement that I would like to make before taking any questions. All right. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media. Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs.
Dang.
I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's Unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating, and it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. I've finally grown tired. For too long, I have tried to have these conversations in private, but it's clear there is no intention of accepting there's a problem. The league has made it clear it isn't about innovation, it isn't about collaboration, it's about control and power. I've earned this platform and I've paid the price to get here, and now I have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the fans and everyone in this league that deserves better. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
Asia, before we ask you about tonight's game, and we promise we are going to get to this game because it is a huge one, there has been a lot of news in the WNBA today, starting with Napheesa Collier and her criticism of WNBA leadership. So before we get to the game, I was hoping to hear your reaction and thoughts on that.
My honest reaction is I have not honestly heard anything or seen anything yet. I've kind of disconnected myself, obviously because of the game today. But I know, knowing Fee,
She said she is locked in, but whatever Fee said, you know what? She's going to catch up with it after the game.
I just want to say I was honestly disgusted by the comments that Kathy made. But at the same time, I'm very appreciative that we have people like Fee in our committee of our Players Association representing us, because that's what we're going to have to continue to make the push to stand on what we believe in. And I'm grateful to have those type of people be able to continue to speak up for us. And I'm gonna ride with Fee always, because she knows, obviously she's a business girly and she has her own stuff going on. But moving forward, we got to continue to stand on business as we talk about this CBA negotiation.
Exactly. And like she said, they're still talking about the CBA negotiation. The deadline is on the 31st of this month, October. So, I mean, it looks like here they're still not in agreement yet. Last time I checked, the WNBA is basically just trying to offer them more money, but the players don't want more money. They want more of the revenue share. So that way it can, every time the WNBA revenue increases, their money increases instead of them being stuck at one set number.
Yeah,
for the whole time.
I think that, I know that they're not asking for the same money as the NBA players, but they're asking us the same percentage of revenue. I think the NBA players get close to 50%. Yeah, 50%. It's like 49 or something, or 48, maybe something like that. And they're not getting anywhere near that. I think they're getting in the teens, and they want to get it closer to 50 because they did sign a bunch of TV deals. So that's their main concern. And then also the way that that Kathy is talking, the big quote here that everyone's talking about is her Caitlin Clark comment saying that she should be grateful that she makes close to 16 million off the court, because without the platform the WA gives her, she wouldn't be making anything. But I mean, this is the one of the greatest women's college players ever. She scored the most points in women's basketball, or in all of basketball college history. So do you think that's a true statement? I guess she could be a coach in college, or something like that. Because if there was no WNBA, like after the end of college, you're just done.
I mean, I don't feel like she should be grateful that she's made 16 million. She should be grateful that she's made 16 million off the court. I mean, she worked her butt off. I mean, even though she didn't win the title with, I think it was Iowa, she didn't win the title with them. I mean, she still she broke a lot of records. Yep. She is definitely balling. She did definitely bring a lot of views to the WNBA. But I want to say
she brings all the views. You saw the views were down whenever she doesn't play compared to when she does.
Exactly, but I mean, with me, I also want to call out both sides, because this just ain't right. Like with when it comes to with Kathy, with her, like they was all praising Caitlin Clark, like, oh yeah, she's gonna bring all these views. You see everybody selling out. We still in the negative, but we not as much in the negative. And then I remember back then, all the other WNBA players was like, oh yeah, no, we've been doing this. This is all us. This is all our hard work. Like Caitlin Clark isn't the reason why we got all this special treatment. But now you see,
well, that's why they say they're rough on her, because
exactly.
They don't like
but
her.
Now you see Fee over here talking about, oh yeah, what about Caitlin Clark? Like she's not like, oh, now you worry about Caitlin.
Now she wants to bring her in.
Now you want to bring her in, like you wasn't like, and I believe like Caitlin Clark CC over here, like she chilling in the background. Like she never really posts on Instagram. She not doing all this stuff like Angel Reese, and
she's not in the beef stuff.
She's not in the beef. She's not in the mix. She in the mix when like, oh yeah, at the All-Star game, like we all gonna wear this shirt and all that stuff. But like she's not on Instagram posting stuff and doing stuff like that. So I believe like Angel Reese, like, oh yeah, so everybody want to be my friend now. Like, oh, now y'all want to invite me to the meetings? Now y'all want to invite me to the cookout?
Yep. Before
y'all didn't want to, y'all was clotheslining me. You got one girl over saying she want to be on my team no more.
Hey, they were clotheslining Caitlin too.
I mean, so what? It's clotheslining.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then you got Caitlin Clark saying like, oh, then you got Dejanay Carrington, the girlfriend, like, oh, I don't want to be a part of Caitlin Clark team. Everybody else talking about, oh yeah, when they go to Indiana, it's racist. It's all Caitlin Clark fans. It's all this fault. But now you worried about Caitlin Clark money? Like you worried about her getting more money? Like, well, like this ain't making no sense. Like I mean, it makes sense because it's business, but it's just funny how y'all like everybody using Caitlin Clark.
Well, and the one thing that I did notice that she said is that she kind of questioned is like, it's crazy that Caitlin Clark makes so little from the WNBA her first 4 years, because that's the rookie deal. you know, that
Yeah,
she's not going to be able to get more money from the WNBA until it's
like
her
75K.
till it's her like 5th year. That's when she could start making like over 200,000 a year.
Hmm.
And it's like, well, you know, that's actually true in the NBA. I mean, it's way more money because, you know, the NBA makes buku money. But like when you're a rookie in the NBA, your rookie deal is like a small deal. That's your first 4 years in the NBA. Like Cooper Flagg's
Uh-huh.
only making a few $1,000,000 a year his first 4 years. It's not like he's like Luka or LeBron where he's making 40-50 million dollars a year.
Hmm.
He's only making a handful of million his first 4 years. And that's the same with all rookies. Like they got to earn that
True.
first initial contract after their rookie contract, where a team can extend them at least to 4 years on that rookie deal. So, I mean, that's the same thing in both.
I mean,
But I see what she's saying, and I agree they should get a higher percentage. But I don't know if the league needs a bigger percentage because technically the WNBA is still losing money and hasn't made a profit yet.
we got to see.
So
I mean,
I don't know. They got to break it down to see if they even have the ability to offer a higher percentage. If that's not on the books, then it's not on the books. But if they do have the ability and don't, then that's messed up.
yeah, true. Because I mean, honestly, I feel like this may be a smear campaign. Like like they feel like Kathy's in the way of the whole situation because like she's the middle person, the middleman in the whole situation. Like
Yeah,
Kathy, like basically like the NBA.
she's a commissioner, so
It,
she deals with the NBA.
yeah, she's a commissioner, so she deals with the NBA the most. So like the WNBA players talk to Kathy. Kathy then talks to the NBA. Then like they relay the message back and forth like
She's
that.
all, I'm tired, Grandpa.
Exact horrible. And then like I guess the WNBA players feel like Kathy not representing them how they want her to, so they finna get her out. Now you see like they got the ESPN's talking about it. Stephen A. Smith was like, oh yeah, they need to fire her. They need to fire her. But I mean, I really don't feel like they need to fire her. They just need to find like they just need to negotiate and get to a level where like they both agree on what they need to do, and then like once that happens, then yeah, it'll be all kumbaya because I mean money resolves everything. Like I remember like Myles Garrett was complaining about his team like, oh, this is a losing organization. They don't care about winning. They don't care about this and that. I want to leave. The next thing you know is Myles Garrett got is basically just signed the contract for the most paid defensive end in the NFL, and it's like, oh yeah, like shut up. Or like Scary Terry with the
But
Commanders,
it didn't work out with what's his name from the Cowboys?
who the Cowboy not
They
that.
went to the Packers.
It went to the Packers.
Yeah, the D lineman. What's his
Oh,
name?
Michael Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
They didn't work out with him.
It didn't work out with
They're like, no, you're not getting paid. We're getting rid of you.
exactly. I mean, but we're gonna keep.
Sometimes it goes that way.
Sometimes it definitely does go that way, depending on how spiteful. Yeah, depending on depending on how spiteful it is. But I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole situation. Do you feel like the WNBA players will feel a lot better once they get their new contract, or do you feel like they really want Kathy out? Because I mean,
They're gonna go in a lockout,
the fouls do be crazy.
and then they're gonna play.
They do be clotheslining girls and hitting people at elbows and not calling fouls. But-
Yeah. It did get a little rugby-ish.
Exactly. But speaking